Let me take a minute and introduce myself to you. First of all, Jack Nelson-Pallmeyer grew up in Coon Rapids, Minnesota, went to St. Olaf College, and there I had the opportunity to study in India and Ethiopia, a number of other places, and have pretty much devoted my life over the last 30 years to working on issues of hunger, poverty, and economic justice. I graduated from St. Olaf, ended up teaching in inner city Chicago, went and got my Master of Divinity degree from Union Theological Seminary in New York. My wife and I moved to Central America working for Augsburg College for a number of years in the 1980s. I was a foreign policy advisor for Paul Wellstone for many years. I met with Paul Wellstone before he took his courageous vote against the Iraq War, and I publicly debated Jim Ramstad prior to the war and said that we were being lied to, manipulated by a politics of fear. It was a war about oil, and it would be a disaster for this country and for Iraq. For the past 13 years, I've been teaching justice and peace studies at the University of St. Thomas, including conflict resolution, which I think might be a good skill to have in Washington and in the world. Well, when people ask me why I'm running for Senate, my simple answer is I've got 3 daughters and I'm worried about their future and the future of this country. We are unraveling. This is the worst administration in U.S. history, and we need to send Norm Coleman packing. I'm also running because I take very seriously the words of Jim Hansen, the lead environmental scientist at NASA, who says, and please listen carefully, he says, the decisions we make in the next few years will determine the quality of life for all future generations. So what that means is, as bad as this administration is, this election is about who we are and what we are able to do. Now here's 3 huge challenges that we face. The first is our country is poised to borrow $7 to $10 trillion to pay for imported oil over the next 20 years and to fight an endless series of wars to access that oil. I say, we the people unite to build a renewable energy economy, and we do it now. The windmills, the solar panels, the next generation of electric plug-in hybrid cars right there at that Ford plant. We can build the commuter rail lines we need. I call for a domestic Marshall Plan type effort that gets this off the ground. We need to do it, and we can unite and do it now. That's the first challenge. The second challenge we face, and I'm the only candidate in the race willing to say this, and if you agree with me, you need to put Jack Nelson-Pallmeyer stickers on, because everything hinges on this in my view. We have to help this country transition from dominant military superpower to being a good country that will join the community of nations to solve pressing problems. We will enhance our security as we cut military spending. We are spending half of the world's military spending. We're spending 88 times more on war preparation than climate change. 1 day of Iraq war spending, we could hire 9,300 teachers for a year. Well, here's our third challenge. We need an economy and social priorities that serve the common good. We need to strengthen unions and living wage jobs. We need to take away the tax breaks for the richest 1% and spend that money to educate our children, preschool through university. And we need, and I'm the only candidate advocating this, we need what Paul Wellstone fought for, and that is a national single-payer health care system to meet the health care needs of our people. Let me ask you 2 questions. How many of you have children, grandchildren, or you know children? How many of you don't care about children? Well, we do care about children, and that's a good thing. And that's a place that we start. So let me close by telling you, welcome to the most important decade in human history. We didn't decide it, but now our choices matter. If we face our problems with honesty and courage, this can be a time of hope. But I need you to be courageous. I need your support today so that we can build the movement we need to take this country back. Thank you very much.